Good evening everyone. Thank you so much for catching me live today on Unimo. And thank you Unimo and Neetu for having me over. My name is Monisha and I'm taking over Insta Live on Unimo today. I wanted to make this very candid and hence I'm absolutely not prepared. But if you all see in the background, there is this little showcase in my house which is filled with lots of books and awards. And you must be thinking that, this person is extremely well accomplished, but trust me, none of these are mine. I'm the mother of a 13-year-old little girl called Kia Hatkar, who's a nationally acclaimed author, and all of these awards behind me belong to her. I'm here today to share a little story and a bit of an awareness bite about rare diseases, and I'm sure you've not heard of too many of them, but Kia was actually diagnosed with a very rare disease called spinal muscular atrophy when she was about 10 months old. Practically written off by the medical fraternity, and I was given just 2 years with her, and that was the time that was given. Doctors had told me that Kia will not survive. And it's been now 13 years of prolonging her lifeline in the absence of medical treatments, etc. This child of mine who was written off and was, proclaimed to not ever be able to do what normal children are able to do, has today been able to accomplish herself as an author, as an artist, as a coder and a singer. All of this while being wheelchair bound with 80% disability owing to this rare disease. Nothing differentiated me from any other mother. I'm a qualified architect with 24 years of experience, and I've worked in the corporate side of the world for almost 22 years. But had to turn into a full-time caregiver for Kia 3 years back when she had a spine surgery, and ever since then I have turned into a foodpreneur. Easy to bring up children with rare diseases. In fact, people feel that these are rare because you don't have too many of them, but the rate of incidence is quite high. They're rare because nobody talks about them. And in Kia's case specifically, with spinal muscular atrophy itself, if I have to share some of the statistics, every 1 in 40 people walking on the planet Earth are carriers of SMA. And it takes a couple who are both carriers of SMA to have a 25% chance of having a child being born with this, with this disorder. That is how Kia was born, in spite of my eldest daughter, who was born absolutely normal. Changed the course of my life. I was deserted by my, husband, and I had to bring up both my daughters from a very tender age all by myself. It is really sad that the society today, in spite of coming across situations like this, does nothing about creating awareness, and which is why many children are being born practically every day and are being diagnosed with these very scary, life-threatening conditions, which, most of them which do not have a cure. Even if they do, the cures are astronomically priced. The way that I'm managing Kia's treatment is by crowdsourcing. That's the only, liberty that the government of India has given to parents like us. But how easy is it to bring up a normal child that a parent is now being asked to, crowdsource for funds, large amounts of funds. In Kia's case, it's almost 1 crore a year, for the drug that she needs to be able to survive this disease and be able to bring up your children, right? Without any insurance cover, without any access to free access to any kind of medical treatment for these children in the country. Even diagnosis of these conditions take a lot of time. Many years and many doctors at times. With Kia, at least I have been successful because I never gave up. Though she took many years to pick up her verbal skills, writing skills, I still encouraged her to go to a regular school. And today, because of the backing that a single mother could give a child, this child is now a prodigy, and she's written books like I Am Possible and Dancing on My Wheels, which are both national bestsellers. It's definitely not easy to get, to a child with such rare conditions to come to this level of accomplishment. So the reason I wanted to come on live today and share this little story is so that you all, as many of you all, who are watching me talk to you today, get to know that there are simple things that can be done to raise awareness, to get yourself aware, which is by, hearing people like us talk, which is one. So, thank you for doing that. On this coming Sunday, which is the 29th of February, across 15 major cities in India, there is a RACEFOR7, which is taking place, organized by Organization of Rare Diseases India. I would sincerely urge each of you to please come and register yourself to create this awareness that each of us need in our lives, because you never know when any of our close ones are going to get into this unfortunate trap of being of bearing children, or being diagnosed with rare diseases, which can happen at any age for that matter. So please do come and attend. As a goodwill gesture, some of Kia's very close donors are giving away 100 books to the first 100 Unimo members who register for the event. And this is only to kind of encourage people through our story, which is, I feel, an extreme sense of gratitude for people coming forward to spread the cause. In fact, some of you who have joined us live, I would encourage you to please raise any questions if you have any. I'm more than happy to answer them. The registration link for the event will be shared in the post below and in the captions of this video when it is available on the channel. A special mention for this, because Unimo has come forward to join RACEFOR7 as the partner, which I think is a brilliant move, because Unimo is a large community, right? And I think this kind of an acceptance to the cause means an absolute lot to people like us, because the more people who are aware, and those who come forward to join the voice can actually do and bring about a lot of good in the governance of and management of these conditions. Because trust me, the country is 60% populated in the rural areas, and there are children who are practically being buried alive, if not literally failing to these diseases under the condition, because children do not get timely support. The conditions are progressive, they are debilitating, and it is my sincere urge, because I meet people from various quarters of the country. It is heart-wrenching. So I'm actually grooming my daughter, who is suffering from a rare disease, to become a self-advocate, because somewhere these children have to continue the voice, continue to raise the voice for themselves and their needs. They don't get any insurance support. They don't get free, easy access to schools for their education. They definitely don't have, life-saving treatments for many of the conditions. So you can imagine how difficult it must be for the children and the families to be existing in the society. How does one check? Because we are all made up of genes, right? And most of these rare diseases are because of the gene being defective in each of us, right? And we never know what kind of genes we are carrying. So what is the easiest and the safest way to find out what is the genetic makeup of an individual, what kind of offsprings can we give birth to? So nowadays you have a lot of these gene mapping tests which can be done. There are a lot of these companies which have come out in the country, and and they do these genetic tests, which is called a Map My Gene test. This needs to be done not after you conceive a child, but before you conceive a child. So if with whoever you plan to grow your family, if a couple can plan to take a genetic mapping test, then it is the safest way to find out what are the genetic disorders that both of you are capable of passing down to your children. The RACEFOR7 represents a race which is being done to raise awareness for at least 7,000 known rare diseases in the world today. There could be many more, but at least 7,000 of them are known. So when you come for this race in each of your cities, and it's happening in 15 cities, you'll meet a lot of these rare disease warriors, the doctors, even the regular people who are professional runners, because it is a timed walk as well, a timed run as well. So everybody who who considers walking, running to be a part of their fitness can come here, and while promoting the health and fitness aspect of the race, they will be getting the awareness quotient from the various people who are going to be present. Which cities? So if there is going to be a registration link, which I think Drishti, you've already posted in the chat here. If you click on that link, you'll see all the 15 cities which are happening. These are most of the major tier 1, tier 2 cities that are in India. And the registration link has various categories. There are student discounts, there are group discounts available. There is a professional running category, because we are encouraging the professional running community to come and take part. Lots of corporates are going to be there, and IKIVA is the main sponsor for the event, with Unimo being the community partner across all the cities in India. I believe the more we get to know, the more we get educated, the more we can prevent people from actually, having children being born with rare diseases, which is, I think, the first thing that we need to do. In my belief, if a country like India can tackle and eradicate polio, if we can come up with a vaccine for COVID among so many countries in the world, I think we can easily come up with indigenous cures for rare diseases, which is where the government is also working. The more people who join the voice, the more corporates who come forward with their CSR support to families like us and patients like our children, these children can get access to healthcare, because this is the need of the hour. These are life-saving treatments, and if Kia hadn't got her treatment 3 years back, started 3 years back, trust me, she wouldn't be able to accomplish what she's accomplishing today. The reason why I'm sitting where I'm sitting in my in my house is to show the difference that these children can make in the society. They can be very, very positive contributors and take the country's name ahead. It's not that because of a rare disease they can be written off and the life doesn't matter. Thank you so much, Neetu, for echoing my request across, and hopefully I will see all of you there, whoever has been able to join in. The video is going to be on this channel, and I will continuously keep requesting till the last minute that I have here that please do come join the race and be there, because your presence will make a difference. For any information on rare diseases, the website on Organization for Rare Diseases India is available. If you Google it, has a lot of information, helpline numbers where people can find out if you know anybody within your family circuit who needs any information for any condition that anybody could be. I'm sure there are a lot of people who need support. Please feel free to get them in touch with us. This community is always there to help each other. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kia Hatkar. I am a 13-year-old rare disease warrior from Mumbai. I was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy at the age of 10 months. Living with a rare disease is not easy, not just for me, but my entire family. In our country, there is an immense lack of awareness on rare diseases. There are at least 7,000 known rare diseases in the world today, and in our country alone, there are close to 70 million children and adults suffering from various rare diseases. Organization for Rare Diseases India, or ORDI in short, is organizing RACEFOR7 for the 9th year in a row to raise awareness on these conditions. RACEFOR7 is taking place across 15 major cities in India on the same day, that is on the 25th of February, which is the coming Sunday. The least we can do is support them and our many rare disease warriors by registering and attending this event. Our solidarity matters, as it will help create the widespread awareness that is required to gather support for this community and prevent many children being born with rare diseases. We rare disease warriors may be affected by rare disorders, but we too have the desire to live and contribute to this society in various ways. We can do this if everyone comes forward to accept and support us. I am today a nationally acclaimed author, an artist, coder, and a singer. My latest book, I Am Possible, is a national bestseller, and I am looking forward to handing out a copy of my book to all the rare disease warriors in the upcoming RACEFOR7 event. I have taken my step to come forward and join hands with you. Hope each of you do too. See you on the 25th of February this year for RACEFOR7 in your city, and make this event a huge success.